The Ten Commandments. A long time ago, God's people, the Israelites, were living in Egypt as slaves. They worked very hard, and life was very difficult for them. But God loved His people and wanted to set them free. So He chose a man named Moses to lead them out of Egypt. One day, God performed amazing miracles to help Moses free the Israelites from slavery. After many struggles, Moses led the people across the Red Sea, and they escaped from Egypt. The Israelites were so happy and praised God for their freedom. After their escape, Moses led the people through the desert. They traveled for many days, and God provided food and water for them. Finally, they reached a special mountain called Mount Sinai. At Mount Sinai, God wanted to make a special agreement with His people. He called Moses to come up the mountain. When Moses climbed the mountain, there was a big cloud, thunder and lightning. The people were a little scared, but they waited for Moses. God spoke to Moses and gave him 10 important rules for how the Israelites should live. These rules are called the 10 Commandments. God wanted His people to live in a way that was good and right, so they could be close to Him and to each other. Here are the 10 Commandments. 1. You shall have no other gods before me. God wants us to love and worship Him alone, not other things or idols. 2. You shall not make for yourself an idol. We should not create or worship statues or images as gods. 3. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. We should respect God's name and use it in a good way. 4. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. God wants us to take a day to rest and spend time with Him and our families. 5. Honor your father and your mother. We should respect and listen to our parents. 6. You shall not murder. God wants us to treat each other with love and kindness. 7. You shall not commit adultery. We should be faithful and loyal in our relationships. 8. You shall not steal. We must not take things that don't belong to us. 9. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. We should always tell the truth and not lie about others. 10. You shall not covet. We should be happy with what we have and not be jealous of what others have. After God gave these commandments, Moses came down the mountain with 2 stone tablets where the commandments were written. He shared God's rules with the people, and they promised to follow them. The 10 Commandments helped the Israelites understand how to live together peacefully and how to love God and each other. They learned that following God's rules was important for their happiness and their relationship with Him. The story of the 10 Commandments teaches us that God cares about how we live and wants us to treat others with love and respect. By following these rules, we can live in harmony and be close to God.